TigerSupplies.com contacted me and asked that I check out the AdirPro Cube 2360 laser level. And so, that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's a laser level, and it says 360, which means it has two lasers that go 360 degrees. So I like to consider it a cross level, and you'll see why here in just a moment. Let's open this up and see what we get. Instruction manual. Okay, now I've already pulled the packaging off of most of this. So it does come with a little mini tripod, and this will allow you to get the level up to about 3 feet. We'll check out that here in just a moment. Has a pair of red safety glasses. Has this mirror here. And this will allow you to hang the device on a wall, and we'll get to that here in just a moment also. Here's the unit itself with the batteries. So let's open this up here. Okay, there is the laser level itself. Now I have found out that it's very important to have the batteries installed correctly. Down here on the door of the battery compartment, it's indicated the minus, positive, minus, and that is the direction that the top of the battery is facing away from the unit. So if this says a negative, then we'll look on our battery and find that this end is going to be facing up, which is negative, positive up, negative up. And that is important for this unit. To check out the features of the unit here, it has two places that you can attach a 1/4 threaded screw, so that you can attach either this side or from the bottom. The controls to turn the unit on are here, so it's currently off. If I flip this switch, you can see the lasers have come on and they are locked to the unit. If I flip it again, the lasers are now able to move freely and level themselves out. And that will be handy here coming up pretty soon. Now, if you'll see that if the unit is tipped too far, it will beep to indicate that it is out of range for self-leveling. Okay, if I push this button here on the top, let's lock this down again. Okay, if I push this button here on the top, it will cycle through modes. This has just the horizontal level. This has just the vertical level. And this has both, so it makes the cross again. The other button on the unit, here on the top, just goes a brightness, so it's indoor mode, outdoor mode. And then once again, to turn it off, slide this lever over. I have a screw on the wall here that I'm going to be using to mount the unit. And then I can turn it on. And that way, it will balance itself out. There are magnets on the back side of this stand, so you can clip it to a metallic surface and it will find level there like that. Now for a practical application of this unit, I'm going to be using the tripod. Just going to screw this onto the base of the tripod. Now there are tons of reasons to use a level, but for this video I'm going to be using it to install some OSB here in my workshop. The back side of the OSB is rough and does have guidelines that I could use to find my stud, but I want the smooth side to be facing out. And so whenever I start, I have a bad habit of getting off track with where my studs are. So with this, I can shoot the laser onto the wall and it will tell me exactly where my stud is and where to put my screws. So let's do that project right now. I'm going to start by moving this OSB into position here. right. And now, as you can see, if I were to try and put my screws in here, it'd be difficult to get these lined up perfectly unless I either measured out from previous screw or from the edge of the board. And so now I'm going to be able to use this laser level to set a line down, and I know exactly where my stud is going to be whenever I screw this in. I can use my tripod adjustment here to get this laser exactly where I want it to go straight up and down on that stud. Now that the laser is installed, I can use that guide on my OSB here to get my screws installed and not worry about missing my mark. Now, of course, there's a host of other different things that could be done with this laser level. For instance, let me turn this to the side here and click this back on. And you can see that it's now putting a cross beam back here that is level. So if I were ready to, say, hang something that had to be directly in the corner, 90-degree angle level, then I could put it right there and make that angle. A big shout out to TigerSupplies.com for sending the Cube 2 360. Definitely going to be a practical tool to have here in the workshop. I can already think of a few things I'm going to be using this in the future, so definitely look forward to having those. If you are looking for some surveying equipment or this Cube 2 360 level, head over to TigerSupplies.com. They have a host of different products there for sale. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.